So, hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to this stream of Europa Universalis IV, where we are playing as Mali. And we have just taken a big chunk out of Congo down here, starting to secure a little bit of the other areas of Africa. We are currently divided up by Scotland, which we are probably going to need to do something about before too long. You would actually immediately accept vassalization. I'm kind of okay with doing that. Can you integrate nations which are not of your faith? I think you can. Yeah. So we're going to accept that alliance. And then as soon as we're able to, we'll accept the vassalization as well. Except that we are going to need to improve relations with you. But that can be done. The other thing is, I will need to secure another province from you, Congo. So we're going to go ahead and fabricate another claim. This is going to be on Malem. No, let's go with something a bit bigger. Matumba. There we go. And then we can stop spying on you. And instead start looking elsewhere. Scotland's actually down here and also in Walvis Bay. Scotland's quite aggressively colonising. This is interesting. And instead, I think that we need to start thinking about how to go after Kilwa. Yeah, I think we do. Do they still have cores in Scotland proper? Man, Desmond coming back out of nowhere. Yes, a few. In the Lowlands. The Lowlands are Scottish, the Highlands are Gaelic. Although Desmond, so the interesting thing here, and this is why I'm kind of going, that's interesting, is the one nation in the British Isles that held out against Great Britain was Desmond. They controlled Cork. This one little province in Ireland is the only independent state. And now look at it. Desmond might well become the new British Isles. That's really interesting. Oh man, Europe. Fascinating place right now. I'm just going to go and double check my audio because I feel like I'm peaking again. I am definitely peaking again. Though not as much as I expected. Okay, and I am also losing some innovativeness. Why am I losing innovativeness? Because we are currently behind the times. Although... wait, why? Yeah, so we need to try and catch up, and then innovativeness can start growing again. Cool. Why did the sun never set on the British Empire? Because even God doesn't trust the English in the dark. Oh, that's a good one. I haven't heard that one before, but I like it. Oh, brilliant. And actually, speaking of that, crazy segue, but chat's at the moment on Discord having a really interesting discussion about the role of magic in RPGs and like how different forms of magic could have a massive impact on society. For example, just wizards being able to create food pretty much puts the entire agricultural class out of business. And seeing as agriculture is like the very basis of pretty much the entire real-life economy, that's kind of a big deal. And as you may well know, I'm thinking about, working on my own world at some point, because I would like to create my own D&D setting. And that kind of sparked off me making some pretty hasty notes going, okay, what's the role of magic in this setting? And also, what's the role of the gods in this setting? And how does all of that work? So one of these days, we'll definitely need to do a world-building stream. What I'm thinking is we'll probably do like 3 hours of Ambanar, most likely, and then do like the last hour of the Ambanar stream as world-building. But that is something that we will need to plan for the future. In fact, you know what? I'm going to make a note of this. EU for Ambanar plus world-building, because that is something I would like to start doing at some point. Okay, so we have just taken Congo. We're going to be dealing with rebels down there. We do have a lot of loans to pay off. Again, 7,300, 12 loans. Our loans are currently worth 666 each. Interesting. And we want to get to Kilwa. How much of their trade are we actually stealing right now? Only 10%. We are second. We do have a minus 25.3%. Oh, that's mostly because of the overextension, though. Plus, we are embargoed by Portugal, Kilwa, and Mafali. Kilwa is the one that's by far doing the most damage. But our percentage of that should rise pretty dramatically once the overextension is gone. Okay. Cool. I'm still not hearing any sound. That's because I forgot to turn it on. Did I ever manage to buy Corsica? No, not yet. And that is a very good point. I should do so. Kind of tempted to take out another 2,000 ducats loan. And then we'll just work on paying all of this off again. Because it is Savoy that has it. We did improve relations with Savoy. At least a little. So let's go and see if we can purchase Savoy from them. Corsica. Oh, there's will not, might, will, might. So it's only a might. So I feel like we probably do want to try and continue to increase relations with Savoy as well. Get them at least maxed out. Hey, Quack. And we can invest in another idea, but I think I want to save up for the Miltech 19. And then we are basically completely where we need to be. Kilwa's at 15. Man, look at that Beja. Almost completely taken out Ethiopia at this point. You're on a 14. Hormuz is on a 19. Mamluks 19. Ottomans 19. Muscovy, you were a bit behind, 17. Lithuania, 13. Wow. The hell happened to you, Lithuania? Lithuania used to be like this big. He used to be absolutely enormous. But they just lost technology at some point and then just sank without a trace. Malta has an epic great wonder. Malta's not one of the options though. The Malta forts still not built. Attrition for enemies, local defensiveness, hostile disembark time, war score cost against other religions. That's not bad. It was an option. Oh, it is. It didn't used to be. Huh. And Malta is the one that they would accept. And Malta's actually in an even better location. And you know what? Done. I'll buy it. Does it have any requirements in terms of religion? Nope. Sold. Well spotted. I would have missed that. Tunis accepts the offer. Good news! My great Mansa, Sultan Muhammad VI, has accepted our generous offer and ceded Malta to us. Sweet. Okay, so Malta is now ours. We are 100% going to build a fort there, like right now. So that we can at least hold on to it. Unrest here is a bit of a problem. And by a bit of a problem, I mean I'm probably going to need to leave an army here. What's your supply limit? 45! Fort and maybe a rampart as well. It's not a bad idea. And then upgrade it. Yeah. Does Congo have any wonders? No. That's the city of Benin. That's a great mosque. That's Sankor Madras, which we've not actually done anything with, and we really should. That's in Timbuktu, isn't it? Yeah, because that's institution spread. And tech cost. We 100% should be investing in this. You know what? When in doubt, take more loans. And then the one in Benin doesn't do anything. The city of Kami would be another tech cost reduction. Kilwa City would work for us as well. Ship trade power plus 30. Merchant trade power plus 4. Ho ho. Rock-hewn churches, that requires you to be Catholic, I think. Coptic. Yeah, so that's 2 more great projects in Kilwa that we kind of want. I know that many say that money talks, but all mine says is goodbye. Thanks very much for the 25-month Prime resub there, McHappyface. Very much appreciate that. Thank you. Can throw manpower at it to build it quicker. True. Oops, wrong one. Timbuktu. Use 10,000 to bring the project forwards by 730 days. Right now it'll be finished in 10 years. We'll do that. 1652. 4 years from now. The great Mansa's reputation has been tarnished. I'm going to embrace this reputation. It is a reputation I've worked long and hard to earn. I thought I was improving relations with Scotland. Let's make sure we do that. Dubious spending practices. Abd al-Qadir Tumani's spending habits have raised some eyebrows. He has been spending large amounts of money, far larger than one in his position should have access to, distributing gifts to the local ulema in his home region, improving local infrastructure. An investigation has revealed the facts. Rather than serving the Great Mansa to the best of his abilities, Abd al-Qadir Tumani has been funneling state funds to Tagant in order to boost his popularity. While this has been a boon to the local economy, such practices could prove damaging to the state as a whole if tolerated. I would kind of agree with you there. Arrest that man! And do we have anyone else that's half price? No, Posnick just died. So let's go with the tier 2 production efficiency. And this is the ulema. So what we can do here is we can go debase currency again, and then only traitors have something to fear. And then that earns us enough money where we could actually theoretically start upgrading Malta. Oh, once the Bastion is done. No, what we should probably do is pay off the loans. So let's go ahead and get rid of one of those. We have 16 loans. 10,000 in debt. Still absolutely paltry compared to the one game that we played as Mysore, where we were 27,000 ducats in debt. And we paid it all off without a bankruptcy. Savoy. Relations have been improved to the greatest extent, but we have already bought Malta, so we don't need to go for Corsica anymore. What was the 5th city? Corsica, Minorca, Nice, Gibraltar. Was Malta always the 5th? No, Gibraltar was the 1st, which I said. Corsica, Gibraltar, Nice, Minorca. Malta wasn't there before. Good, I'm not going crazy. So what was the 5th? How do your gold mines work when kill was your subject with treasure fleets? I guess. I don't know if vassals do treasure fleets though. Do they? I legit don't know. Not sure about the going crazy part. Thanks. Core provinces, that's good. And we can also start to state. And I would definitely state Malta. We could even put a defensive edict here. I mean, yes, we should, and we will. Unrest has actually dropped really significantly already. Oh, and we need to convert this place too, and we should probably make it Malian culture. Really stamp our authority onto the place. Did I really? No, it's January. We will have finished these before. I calculated this perfectly. Lithuania tells us the end of the Peasants' War. That's a lot of negatives that Lithuania was suffering with. And we gained another core. I mean, I can kind of see why Lithuania was struggling. Riches of the dhimmi. Throughout the Islamic world, the term dhimmi has come to be applied to the wide and disparate variety of people. The traditional and more restrictive definition of only Christians and Jews has quickly been abandoned by the Muslims, states where the majority populations are Hindus or Buddhists or fetishists. Regardless of who are included in the Demi, receive protection in exchange for being exempt from any of the laws of the realm. While this may seem unfortunate for them, it is quite fortunate for us right now. While the general economy is currently still recovering from recent wars, many families of the Demi will still hold quite large cash reserves, and they have no laws or rules forbidding them from investing or lending to others. So we can say we're not going to make ourselves dependent on them. Or we're just going to take their money. Yoink! And we'll go ahead and invest that in some more loan repayment. At the moment, army uprising chance isn't a huge problem. So let's drop the slider just a little bit more. Ah, and we can do some converting now. Please do. In fact, we can do 2, can't we? Why is that so poor? Non-accepted culture and development. And mysticism has the extra missionary chance. Loans are being renewed. We should be able to pay another one off fairly soon. Ah, and now we can get military technology, which will put us ahead of time again. Boom. And with that, we didn't get another infantry type. That's fine. Leather cannon becomes swivel cannon. More cores are happening. Army organizer died. Ah, now we can get some more states. Please do. Okay, so what do we want to do here? We could get somebody a bit lower level. Or we can just keep on getting all the monarch points that we can possibly squeeze out. And I kind of like that idea more. Monarch points are themselves incredibly valuable. Aragon no longer having internal conflicts. They definitely struggled a little bit. Aragon used to be about double the size. I would say that the nation that's truly been doing well here is Savoy, although Savoy seems to be having a couple of their own issues. It's because Savoy and Portugal have been allied for a long time. There we go. Now the missionary's a bit stronger. We just needed to wait until it was not territorial. And how is our governing capacity? It's alright. Corruption went down. Nice, we have 0 corruption. That is good. Ooh, hello. So interest per annum can go down, or inflation reduction. Right now, I think actually interest per annum would be better. The establishment of a bank has given us a reputation for seriousness and reliability. It's also allowed a government much greater flexibility in raising funds for warfare. So... gonna boost you up. Do we have loans that are not worth a huge amount? No. And there isn't any thing that I immediately want to spend money on, because we're kind of wasting this 5 inflation situation. But let's focus on securing beneficial loans, like so. That's reduced our interest payment, which means that we're earning more money from the balance. And there's the manufactories. While a number of technological innovations through the course of the 16th and 17th centuries have increased the output of production for some products such as iron or cloth to an extent, the biggest improvement in the field of production has come in the forms of new forms of organisation. By creating manufactories often outside the city limits, merchant capitalists can both bypass the ancient guild laws that inhibit mass production, as well as pioneer ways to increase production through the organisation and specialisation of labour in one place. The forerunners of the later industrialisation are able to increase output by facilitating access to raw materials and mass organisation of labour, rather than by expensive new machinery. This is, in itself, a large change over the often heavily regulated methods of old. However, and together with later technical advances, the new mode of production will come to revolutionise society. So we'll go ahead and grab that. That is a new institution that's just come through. Where did it appear? Hey, not. So, up there. We unfortunately did not get it, but we do have a lot of manufactories where it will start to spread just straight away. So it's not like this is going to be locked out away from us. Although this is now making me think that, you know what, we probably do want to be focusing on getting the Sankor Madrasa up and running. Now we know that there are a bunch of manufactories here and here, but those are really high provinces already. You know what? Let's do advancement effort there, there, there. Basically anywhere that's not already got another effort of some kind. Especially in this region. Yeah, we can have it spreading pretty much everywhere, I would say. So, let's... We're gonna go in hard to try and grab this. There we go. Takia! For centuries, many of the followers of Ali have considered it a necessity to hide themselves and feign adherence to other religious customs. No, we're going to continue going towards legalism. Norway, coldest period of the Little Ice Age. Price of salt goes up, that's good for us. Price of livestock going down, though, is not good. The winters have been getting longer and colder for as long as anyone can remember. As ice and snow once again creep further south, the winter crops are becoming ruined. Wine is spoiled and the fish have begun migrating to warmer waters. And we are still getting cores. Good. Carry on. Unfortunately, our current ruler doesn't have a huge amount of Diplo. In fact, Mahmud Kaita, for as good as he is, gets very little Diplo. So I kind of do want to make the investment to upgrade to a +3, because we need it. We need it badly. Ah, it's a big investment though. 3 ducats to 16. Not sure it's worth it. And how's Mazil doing? Ah, you have treasure fleets now. That's new. You are earning 21 ducats a month. Yeah, you're making a good amount. And I'm still subsidizing half of that profit. But I'm kind of okay with doing that, because it means you should be investing in buildings. An excellent minister, Ali Zalil Toure, our master recruiter, has proven an excellent appointment during valuable work for the realm. We are lucky to have such a fine minister in our employ. We are... And I have absolutely no reason to take government reform. Is Scotland part of Mali yet? No, we're still waiting for our relations to improve. In fact, it can only be improved by a tiny bit more. So what are you most miffed about? Mostly the religion. Let's start currying some favours with you. And Zazu can start being integrated. I know this is going to hurt our attempts with Scotland, but while Scotland's expanding, it's fine. We're so much bigger than Scotland. Like, even if they get 4 or 5 more provinces, I don't think it's going to matter. Also, we have a huge amount of money that I really should be using to pay off loans. And then there were 10. A new settlement. Gain the base tax, please. Universities speed up institution spread. I don't think they do. Universities decrease development cost. Returning scholars. I would like some more legalism, please. But we should start thinking more seriously about declaring war on Kilwa and also Geldom. Coming down in South Africa. So the Scots are here in power, although Geldom does not have a lot of land left. Perth isn't even their capital. Where are you based? You're also in South Africa. Brilliant. So both Scotlands are currently in Africa. They do? No, they don't. Offer military access, guarantee independence. Oh, yes. Well, can't guarantee independence, they're an ally. Proliferation of the musket. Again, professionalism, elite regiment are gone. However, we can bring in standardized uniforms, which I would very much like to do. And that's going to be good, because that allows us to drill even faster. And there, the Bastion in Malta is finished. Oh, that was only a Bastion. We could have upgraded it fully. No, let's get this place converted first. Which will be one of the easier places to do. Because I want it converted so it has much less of a chance of rising up against us. Although at the moment unrest is actually 0. That's good. Benkano Modibo and his family, a merchant family from Gao, has come to greatly expand our long-range trade with Mazil. 50% cheaper Diplo guy, that's exactly what we're after. And you can be promoted too. Let's have you be a level 3 then. Perfect. We can purchase another ability, and I think that's going to be the +1 absolutism. Seeing as we're currently sitting at 34 out of the 54 we can have. And for court and country we can get up to, yeah, we need 50 to do that. And then lots of unrest and less stability. Which I think might actually be kind of difficult to achieve, because our unrest reduction is actually pretty good. Maybe worth culture converting Malta. I think it probably is, but it needs to be Sunni first.